All business leaders today realize that we're operating in a more challenging and disruptive environment. Now, this environment actually creates a lot of potential and a lot of opportunities as well. But in order to capture that value, you have to change. You have to change deliberately, you have to change wisely, and you have to change at scale. And this is coming actually with a very delicate balance. On the one hand, the necessary rate of progress, and on the other hand, sufficient, acceptable near-term economic returns. Now, this change, we call it the wise pivot. So it's actually the pivot to the new as companies are adding to their core business new businesses, new models. And this rotation to the new is actually a very costly rotation. The most effective way we see to actually fund this wise pivot is by optimizing the costs in your core business, but doing that while also growing the core business. And this is exactly where ZBX, the Zero-Based Mindset, comes in. It's a management technique that actually addresses the business challenges that I just talked about in several ways. For example, it forensically separates good costs from bad costs, and it compresses the bad costs from a zero base, and it optimizes the good cost with a maximum effect on growth on the one hand and sustainability, purpose, trust on the other hand. We wrote the ultimate and only book on ZBX. We built the insights of this book, leveraging over 15 years of client work with the best clients and the best companies in the G2000. And the first part of the book talks about the evolution of traditional ZBB into a management technique that is actually fit for purpose in today's business environment. We also provide a lot of examples on how new technologies allow you to shift cost curves and even allows you, in the terms of good cost, to change the trade-off between cost on the one hand and the returns and the outcome on the other hand. As companies go zero-based, we also see that they often have to change the behavior of the people, even sometimes change the culture into a culture of ownership. And companies call that the biggest challenge in adopting and becoming zero-based. In the second part of the book, we actually take the reader through a very detailed detailed build-up of the different parts of the sustainable, durable infrastructure. So with that, if you're looking for ways to create a competitive advantage in terms of growth, profit, while doing good for society and trust, you gotta read this book.